It just doesn't stop. Royal Blends. Let's talk about it.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about fragrances that are just, you really think that they push the envelope or they push the boundaries with certain drops, and it's like, okay, now it's better, and then it's like, okay, now it's the best, and then it's like, now it's even better than the best. And at what point does it end, okay? These in specific are fragrances I've been waiting for quite some time, since my last trip in October to the beauty world of 2023. I'm looking forward to the 2024, and I'm sure they're gonna have a bunch more releases. Today we're gonna be talking about an Angel Share and Qissa Sava twist inspo. Latafas Khamra is gonna come in the conversation as well. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get right into it. These are the two fragrances we're gonna be talking about: Royal Blend Nero and Royal Blend the Original. Before we get into the actual bottles themselves, the box presentations of these are grand. This is like a wood. It's not even cardboard, unless it's like some extremely compacted cardboard to really feel like wood. It just, I'm gonna stick with wood. The inside is nice and plush, and this is a part of the French Avenue series or line of fragrances, FA Paris basically, and the hierarchy of the quality and etc. is going to be Tour al-Alam. For Fragrance World, it's going to be Tour al-Alam, it's going to be Fragrance World, FA Paris, aka French Avenue, and then lastly Maison des Parfums, which is the niche quality, top tier. Nothing is compromised. Everything is top quality presentation, oils, etc. With French Avenue, you're also getting top tier. It's just going to be really the best bang for buck. I find it to be with FA Paris. French Avenue is still great. Fragrance World Original is still phenomenal, and Tour al-Alam are still great, but they start to compromise with like presentation, etc. They might not give you the best atomizers. They don't compromise in scent profile in all of these. But in terms of longevity performance, you're gonna expect the best scent quality from the French Avenue and Maison des Parfums, and then so on and so forth, okay? But even with that, they are pushing boundaries in terms of how much quality you get for less. It's still ridiculous, and with these, it's absolutely there as well. So considering the facts, I believe that these will be anywhere from around $45 to like $65. Don't quote me for it, but even considering the price point, when we talk about the scent profiles and the way that these perform, you can be the one to judge whether or not it's worth it. For me personally, I have it, and we'll talk about whether or not I'll buy it again. So presentation on both of these, the boxes look like the following. So they're both relatively similar, one having the tan brown leather, and on the back it says Royal Blend, and on this one it says Royal Blend Nero. It might not be the back, I just have it flipped around. On the back you have some descriptions. It's just a box, man. Some ingredients, etc. You have the FA Paris logo, authenticity seal, okay? And then on the inside, for both bottles, they look the same, except one is black. I like the jet black look, and the other one is the decanter or liquor flask flacon style inspiration, which is clearly after this bad boy right here, a very much successful fragrance by Kilian. It's called Angel Share. Phenomenal fragrance. They are one of the best houses that do the whole, anything with like rum, booze, etc. that's warm and spicy. Kilian is phenomenal with that. Black Phantom also is one of my favorite fragrances. Okay, so with this clear one, it's clearly an inspiration of the original. And inside the box, you get little cards like so, and the card itself is laminated, and you'll have a note breakdown for both fragrances. For Royal Blend, we're talking about this clear one. We've got top notes of cognac, cinnamon, plum, middle notes of cashmere and iris and myrrh, and in the base, we've got tonka beans, vanilla, and santal. This is by far, to date, the closest inspo of Angel Share, and I've actually rocked this one. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy out there for, you know, which one's the best, etc. Don't get too caught up in it. If, like I said in the beginning, if you have a couple of inspirations, it is what it is. Consider the following, though. This is absolutely the best one. Now, there are still people today just getting into the fragrance world or fragrance, you know, hobby, etc., and they just found Angel Share. They deserve to know at this point in time which is best. So this is going to be the best served for that audience. So for those of you that don't have any inspos, skip them all together. This is absolutely going to be the best one out of them all. Stronger than Kismet Angel, stronger than Enigma Dew, stronger than all of them. Enigma Dew is phenomenal, and Kismet Angel is really good. Kismet Angel needs to sit to get stronger, and Enigma Dew is, I think, one of the better ones. There's Sharaf Blend, there's Khamra, there's so freaking many. It's insane. Sharaf Blend, after some time, I did find that it was a little bit too spicy to be too close to Angel Share. I mean, you guys, it's ridiculous. I don't really need to to go there with. We'll save that for another Clone War. I even consider doing another Clone War. Let me know down in the comment section if you're even interested in that. I feel like doing another Clone War is just going to get a little bit muddied up and too far into the actual scent profile. If you have one, you enjoy it, that's it. That's all that matters. So to date, this is by far the closest one. And the reason being is because all of the other ones, although some of them do capture a booziness, some of them might drop the cognac, some of them might drop that mandarin undertone to the natural, some of them might not capture the same syrupy nature of the original fragrance, and vice versa. So one or the other usually is the case. With this one, however, you seem to get both worlds. You get the cognac, you get the richness of the praline, a lot of that oak barrel, some cinnamon apple, etc. That's what this one smells like. And the potency on this is out of this world. I mean, when I sniff both of these, I can't really tell too much of a difference. Granted, these are going to be inspos. This is by far, though, the closest one. Ultimately, Angel Share is the ground setter for the fragrance, obviously, right? If you want to get the closest, though, this is going to do exactly that. Is that going to mean that you're not going to reach for Angel Share? Possibly. For a lot of people, they might find that you don't need to buy Angel Share again. I would personally not really have anything to say against that, but I will say that Angel Share is the best at what it's doing, truly. And French Avenue's Royal Blend is the next runner-up. Plain and simple as that, the latest one to come out, the strongest one. You are gonna pay a little bit of a premium, but you get what you pay for with Royal Blend. So there you have it. That's the Angel Share Inspiration Royal Blend. I've put this side by side with Khamra. Khamra is a whole another fragrance. I put it side by side with Kismet. I put it side by side with Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, with a lot of those other inspirations of which I have so freaking many, it's insane. And I'd be here all day if we were gonna start going into that. Like it or not, don't shoot the messenger. It's a great fragrance that's just released, one of the strongest ones of Angel Share. It is what it is. Now this one, it's a game changer. And the reason being is because of how freaking strong this is. It's not a game changer in scent profile. This is Qissa Sava. Latafis Khamra is an inspiration of this bad boy right here, Qissa Sava 200 ml, and clearly this is an inspo of Angel Share. What they did was tone down some of the booze, add a little bit more cinnamon spice, and a lot more of date accord, which basically smells like a tonka bean sweetness, a little bit of a fruity top. I love this one. And it makes it a bit more unisex and a slight bit more gourmand because of those additions of spices. I personally find the enjoyment factor of this really high in comparison to Angel Share, where this one's more sexy date night. It's more syrupy, sweet, etc. And I'm holding both of these because they both do the same thing. Of course, the richness of the original is where the cake goes to the original. Otherwise, this is, like I said, runner-up. With Qissa Sava, you're gonna get a fragrance that lasts about 8 hours. It's strong, yes. It's beast mode, sure. It's got this beastly atomizer, yes. But Khamra also does the same thing as this one, Qissa Sava. I will say that Qissa Sava is a little bit lighter on those spices, but this one, I mean, it's phenomenal fragrance. And 8 hours is really an understatement. I feel like on clothing, it's gonna last to the next freaking day, but on skin is where I personally get the 8 hours. Now with Khamra, you get damn near the same thing to the next day on clothing. Now with Royal Blend Nero, absolutely annihilator. Shadaf Blend is another one that gets really close to Khamra, and it actually outperforms Khamra in my experience, but that definitely is more of a Qissa Sava, contrary to what I might have said in the past. There's just so many. Like I said, I have, I think, about 16 of that inspiration of fragrances. It's ridiculous. A story I want to share with you guys about Royal Blend Nero is when we went to the after party or the after event dinner for Fragrance World. I was sitting at a table, and obviously there was a bunch of fragrances laying around us, and I could just smell something in the air, and I couldn't pinpoint exactly what the scent profile was. We were eating, and I was like, man, something smells amazing. I don't know if it's a dessert, I don't know if it's a fragrance. Whatever they have in the air, it's really good. And I was talking to the brother sitting next to me. So after I finished eating, I went around the tables to get a sniff of certain fragrances until I made my way to Royal Blend Nero. Royal Blend Nero was behind me, about at least 15 feet behind me. And I got my nose on this and I was like, oh my God, this entire time I was smelling this radiating 15 feet. Absolutely insane nuclear projection stuff right here. It's called Royal Blend Nero. It's stronger than Khamra. It's bold, it's long lasting. It smells exactly like the whole Khamra DNA. A little bit more of this spiced, fruitier version of something like Angel Share, which is what Qissa Sava is. You guys see, like, look at the mind blowing, like it's just too much going on, okay? If you don't have any one of these inspos though, I highly recommend the two that we talked about here today. It's gonna be Royal Blend Nero. This is a freaking bomb of a fragrance, 10 out of 10 for scent profile, for value, and for performance of this thing, especially performance. And this is also, I would give it about a 9.5 out of 10 because the 10 ultimately goes to Killian, but we can't put it in the same scoring system anyways. So when I'm doing these ratings, please take it with a grain of salt because there's so much to it, and there's so many subjective things that fall into place when you're talking about ratings, etc. Like, are you factoring in price point? Am I factoring in? And I absolutely am. I'm not just thinking about scent profile when I'm rating things. I'm talking about the price and your return on money in terms of performance and etc. So that's how I rate my fragrances. Value first, and scent profile is a separate rating as well. And when it comes to scent profile, I don't find that it's fair to give a personal rating on a scent because of the fact that it's so subjective. So many people have different tastes, etc. Why would I sit here and rate something a 6 that could potentially be your like 10 out of 10? There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the newest fragrances by Fragrance World that are absolute Khamra killers and an angel share, the best angel share inspo today. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and also let me know down in the comment section if you'd be interested in a remake Clone War of Angel Share. And until the next video, peace.